Hello and welcome to the Aftermath Podcast. My name is Ian, and as always, I'm joined by Dylan.
Yes.
And we wrangled up Ethan this go-round.
Finally.
The bean.
The bean.
Riding bean.
The best.
Speaking of driving cars...
Listen to them
and
V12s.
Speaking of driving cars and wrecking them, you had a wonderful day today, haven't you?
Yeah, well, you know.
I don't know if you wanna
I've
talk
had that
about
car for less than 2 years, and somebody rear-ended me, so...
Ugh.
I was
It's
on
so
the phone with
frustrating.
Dylan at a complete stop at a red light, and somebody hit me. Which I guess is the plus, because I was at a complete stop at a red light, so it's not like I'm at fault.
Right.
But I got pushed into the car in front of me,
Jeez, man.
and it has annihilated my rear bumper. Like, I was not going slow at all when he hit me, and it hurted. It hurted my collarbone.
I told Mallory this story,
And also, I have a dash cam, and of course, that's the one time my dash cam was off for some reason. It must have malfunctioned, and let me tell you how mad I am at that thing right now. And again, it wouldn't have even been useful in this wreck. It wouldn't have even been useful because I got hit from behind, and yeah, it could have showed my speed, so it could show that I was at a complete stop. And yeah, it would have shown that I rolled to the car in front of me and didn't actually just hit them. It would have helped a little bit, maybe. I could have showed it to the cop. That wasn't a huge deal. The problem is, if this was a worse wreck and I needed it, it was just off today. Well, what the heck's that for? What is it? What's the point?
Yeah, for real.
Like $100 for that thing. All right, back to what you were. The design is very human.
I just was saying that I told Mallory this, and she was like, "Man, Ethan can't catch a break with vehicles."
I literally, not with vehicles, with life. I got hospitalized. My car got wrecked. Right, I just can't catch a break these days. And when I start catching a break and I start getting stable and my tummy problems are getting better, a lot better, get a wreck.
Never get comfortable.
Yeah, never let your enemy know what's next. It's silly.
Always keep them guessing.
Yeah. And the plus side, though, even though I spent a lot of money for it, I have a gun now. And I did literally blow off some steam at the range. And let me tell you, shooting that thing was really fun.
Hell yeah.
And I can't wait to do it again. But it's expensive to do that, so I'm going to wait till I get paid.
It definitely has been a while since you've been on the episode. It's nice to have you back.
Yeah. Took you long enough. This episode's been a long time coming.
Life is doing its thing.
Yeah, life
It's like
is throwing the shits
it's
at them.
finding a way, like Jurassic Bark.
Dummy.
Jurassic Bark.
No, you.
Stupid.
Basically, we've also been working. I know we tantalized this in the last time Ethan was on here. I have been working diligently on some designs and some ideas for this new fangled idea that Ethan is.
Which is kind of why I haven't been here.
Yeah.
Right.
Because in fact, today I wanted to come over and start the new one.
I see.
But after the wreck happened, I was like, I don't even know if I want to come over and do this one right now.
Yeah, right. Let alone another one.
I don't know if I want to come over because we've been waiting to watch this movie and I've been wanting to do it. But after that, I was like, listen, if it comes down to me going to the range and doing this podcast, I'm probably going to just go to the range. I was like, I need to blow something up real quick and fire this new gun that I got a few days ago.
Before you do leave, though, I do want you to peek at some ideas that I have, some concepts all lined out. But anyway,
but it's safe to say, I do. I'm trying to get people together and I'm trying to do a thing. And it's going to be a podcast and we're going to talk. And that's what we do. We talk.
Right.
It's great.
Announcement made.
Great.
Announcement made.
So buckle up, bitch.
Yeah.
No, you'll never guess what they talk about. It's
no, eat my shorts.
Hey.
It's the name of the podcast.
Don't worry.
It's not out yet.
I'll bleep that because that's not
Guess
fair.
what we're going to talk about? No, actually, I don't care. That's a good one, actually.
Could you actually do that? That'd be pretty fun.
I mean, I guess.
It's the name of the podcast.
Right.
The anticipation is killing the audience.
Now, I got a question for you fellas.
Okay.
Whenever someone insults your car, how do you respond?
Because I have a little clown car, I usually roast it too. I usually say
you honk your little clown horn.
Yeah. I usually say it's the Tiny Tots first car, the little red and yellow one, and I say I'm going to get a paint job on it so the roof's yellow. It looks like the Tiny Tots first car. So usually I roast my own car because I have a Chevy Spark. It's a little small, little dinky car, and it only holds 9 gallons in a gas tank. So I mean, it's roastable, but it's also affordable and it's paid off, unlike almost everyone else I know. So
I'll have you know, I lash out in a furious rage.
Actually, I should respond because of the movie. I shoot them with the new gun I got.
Yes.
See, what I normally do is I just grab a handful of walnuts, like full walnuts, stuff them in my gullet.
At least 3, that was.
Gnash them in your teeth.
Yeah, crack them open with my bare teeths. And then I proceed to run several people over.
And then 90-degree hit them.
Vehicular manslaughter.
Doesn't he crack the nuts so hard in his mouth that
most of them just leave?
His sunglasses
fly off.
His sunglasses fly off?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought.
Most of them just
It
flew
sounds
out
like
of his
a
mouth
fucking
anyway.
gunshot.
It's pretty dope. He was pretty dang. I'm too hard-headed to die as well.
Right, I'm fairly certain that the Bean Bandit is made of adamantium.
Bean Bandit.
His teeth are easily
like
one
steel.
of the strongest materials on the planet.
Not only his teeth, but also
His skull
headband.
so
And
hard.
his clothing.
What was it?
Completely bulletproof.
What did you just say? Too stubborn to die?
Yeah, definitely too stubborn to die.
Mhm.
I definitely believe that.
Yeah.
So this is, just to kind of give a little backstory, this is, it's an OVA, right?
Mhm. Yes.
I've never seen, or have I seen anything else from this company or this artist?
No, this
Okay.
is new to you.
Cool. I loved like the artistic design.
Mhm.
This, okay, I will say, I was hopping into this not really knowing
Right.
what to expect.
Mhm. You've heard stories.
I've heard stories. I've seen the fight sequence where
The fabled Bean Bandit.
the fabled Bean Bandit
Bean.
himself. I've seen the car, the nice, beautiful red car, which is definitely 3 times faster than all the other cars in this film.
It's that V12.
It's that V12 action, baby.
yeah.
It needs to be a V12.
Yeah. But man, this movie, OVA, what do you want to call it? It
Yeah.
did not pull any punches,
Oh,
dude.
no.
It was heavy-handed.
Uh-huh.
From the get-go. There's like, we're not even a few
They
minutes
had
in.
anime titty and
They
they
had-
animated the nipple. They
they
never
had-
do that.
They had they had full-on nipple, a butt-ass naked woman running around.
Right.
And then not only
Gets
that,
clapped in the
I
head
mean,
immediately.
some guy gets his head blown
We
off by a
got
shotgun.
45 seconds into the show and somebody's skull obliterated.
Yep.
Yeah, dome, rocked.
Mhm.
And who was that? Was that just a random chick?
It was. What do you mean?
The chick the naked
The
chick.
naked
Yeah,
chick.
she was just a random girl.
Okay, because I remember thinking like, wait, how did she get in the car? Because the other chick like looked kind of similar.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was like, wait, how did she get in the car now?
Yeah.
But
Right.
yeah, it was just some random chick. Right.
Crazy. They basically take like they're robbing a jewelry store or something, and they take a girl
some
hostage.
Kind of, some kind of store in a
and
mall.
I guess they force her to get naked apparently or whatever.
Right.
So
Yeah.
she's standing there
And
and
then
guns
they
just
almost
for
shoot her
shits
head
and
off.
giggles.
It'd be funny, and
Yeah.
then they run with her.
right. Yeah, right. And they're like, no, take the girl with her. Take the girl with you.
Hey.
Oh wait, they just use her as a hostage, just so they don't get shot at while they're
Yeah.
Right, even though like one of the officers shoots at them
Yeah,
anyway.
he doesn't care. He's like, well, it's over for her anyway. so.
Right,
Right.
she's gone.
And then, so at first,
Lost cause.
At first, I was confused because I thought that the Bean Bandit, our big boy Bean himself,
Right.
I thought that he was going to be like the good guy in this scenario, like a vigilante hero.
No,
I
he's
mean-
just the less bad
Yeah,
guy.
I was like, I
You're
mean, he's
right,
not a
you're
bad
right.
guy.
But I thought he was going to be more like a Batman.
Okay, look, just because he's a bad guy doesn't mean he's a
The
bad
bad
guy.
guy.
You
Right,
know,
yeah, of course.
In the words of that guy from
Zangief.
Wreck-It, I thought it was in the words of Satan from Wreck-It Ralph.
No, it was,
He says, "Thanks, Satan."
no,
That
was
is true.
Zangief.
I mean, but Satan does say that in Wreck-It Ralph.
Okay, cool. All right, I was
does.
like, is Zangief in
He
Wreck-It
has
Ralph?
a. He has a.
He is, yeah.
I don't remember. I haven't seen him in a while.
Wait.
sorry.
Oh, Zangief says that line.
I'm pretty sure because
Yeah.
then he says that to that, and then the other guy says,
No,
"Thanks,
no,
Satan."
Like the devil says something to him too. I don't remember
I
what,
think
but
that-
then he says, "Thanks, Satan."
It doesn't matter.
I'm gonna look
Anyways,
this up.
There's
Let's
a
keep
handful of
talking.
bad guys that are not bad guys.
Right.
Anyways, I thought that he was going to be more like a Batman vigilante guy, like not actually killing people.
No, he's more like a
But
Punisher
man,
vigilante.
Yeah, yeah, he definitely
He's a very
clapped some
expensive
ass.
courier.
Yeah.
Right. I love the design and the feel of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Super cool.
Oh yeah,
80s aesthetic.
it's perfect.
Kind of has that grungy feel that like Gunbuster does in some ways.
Oh yeah,
Not quite as to that level,
right.
but I mean still has that same sort of vibe to it.
Mhm.
And man, what a good soundtrack.
Oh yeah,
It's got some funky like 80s vibes, some
Mhm.
jazzy kind of feels,
David
but like
Garfield.
yeah, David was it Garfield?
Yeah.
It was Garfield, yeah. And
Mhm.
it overwhelmingly more it has this kind of like 80s R&B kind of soul
It's
vibe.
beautiful.
Really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of digging it.
Now,
Uh-oh.
I don't know if anyone else can attest, but how many people do you know who've survived a gunshot to the head?
The Bean,
Of
at
course,
least.
yes.
I'm
So
pretty sure
f-
my patient once.
He's on the
So
list.
far, it's always a courier. from Fallout New Vegas.
Right.
It seems like couriers have a way of dodging bullets in the head.
Not really dodging, just taking.
Yeah, I guess
Really-
you're right.
really
just
just
taking
take
it
it.
to the dome.
And in both instances, it didn't work.
Yeah, wake up going, oh shit, my head feels funny.
Right.
This guy towards the end of the film, and man, I loved this so much because I busted out my anime laugh, and I was really hoping that someone like would like get on my level with me.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, it was so funny. There's this time where like
Like at the climax of the film,
Right.
after Bean has cornered
yes,
these two flippin' amateurs that have made a fool of him.
right. They the what I would call the primary antagonist of this film.
Selmer.
Yeah, Selmer is like holding this young girl at gunpoint, even though they're kind of like supposed to be on the same team
She was
together.
her partner in crime.
Yeah, correct. But that's kind of a soft point for Mr. Bean Bandit himself.
He likes kids.
He likes kids. He has a soft spot for kids, and so he's like ready to kill this lady until she's like gonna kill her accomplice, and then he's like, "What are you? You're just gonna shoot your friend now?"
Thinking of making a friend into a
Right.
hostage.
And then she tries to kind of like double down on him, like the fact that you're not even moving right now is proof enough that you got a
it's
soft
like,
spot.
I did my homework on you,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah,
And you got one major flaw.
And the thing is, like the film so far really kind of hammers that home, like this is kind of a rock and a hard place kind of thing, because he's like, he has a knife,
Right.
he's ready to do some
Through
bad, yeah,
Through-
right,
Through a car door.
right, and he's ready to like do some shit, and not afraid to do it.
Oh, yeah. He's after he figured out how they played him, he's just like,
Yeah.
I'm killing these motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, I'm getting you now, I'm getting you good.
Yeah.
Until this kind of altercation happens. Then she demands that he drops the knife. He ends
Right.
up dropping the knife, and she's like, "Ha, sucker, gotcha!"
And then straight up shoots him in the forehead.
Right, and then
What?
yeah, well, like blows his head
yeah.
like backwards.
But local man, too angry to die.
yeah, too stubborn to call it quits. He like, as you'd imagine, like
Also,
he,
you were right about the Satan line. I have it. I'll pull it up. So.
Oh, okay.
he like is like bent over backwards as if you would get him like shot in the forehead.
Right.
But then like he just like
Catches himself.
He slumps forward.
But he recovers.
Yeah, but he recovers, and again, like he's obviously like, I think, kind of chuckling
Right.
at this point.
Yeah,
but
a
I go,
little dazed.
I go like full like.
Oh, yeah, you maniacally laughing.
I mean, yeah, like as this is my. You thought
You
the Jew-
fool.
Yes, you thought I was that weak.
I eat bullets for breakfast.
Literally, because he
Yeah.
already ate those walnuts. Like,
I know.
Right.
Man's got teeth of iron.
Mm-hmm.
But
not
yeah,
steel.
no.
Not quite steel. He's not there
His
yet.
forehead's made of steel. His teeth are of iron.
Right. So after taking a bullet to his bulletproof
Yeah,
bandana,
his cranium.
it the force of the bullet still goes through a bit, and he takes a motor function debuff.
Oh yeah,
What's their excuse on him getting hit by the car and just living?
He's tough.
Got
Yeah.
it.
He's
Because him
big and
picking up
tough.
the car was just okay.
Right.
He's resilient.
After he gets shot on his bandana, he just like slumps forward like he's a little cockeyed and
Oh
goofy.
yeah.
But the first thing he does is he just slaps the gun out of her hand.
Oh, dude,
In the most comical way.
I have never seen a more disrespectful
Yeah.
like.
Like,
I mean,
get that
but-
fucking thing out of my face.
He slumps over, starts laughing, and just goes, and just like slaps that shit out of her hand.
That
And
was
she's
so
like,
funny.
"Oh no!" I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, who's laughing now, bitch?
Right. After this, she's like, she goes to the nearest vehicle, hot wires that shit, and
Oh,
tries
man.
to run him over.
And he's still like looped. I mean, justifiably so.
Oh, yeah,
he's
he's
sitting
just,
there
like,
like he's
fumbling
like,
around a
oh,
bit.
Dad can't see straight. His eyes are all wonky.
Right.
He's still trying to like see straight from getting knocked across the head with a
Right.
bullet.
So she rams him into this other car.
And he just takes that like
Right,
he's like
right.
a champ.
Yeah.
Doesn't care.
He's slumped
No
against
thoughts.
it, regains like consciousness, we'll say. And as she's going in a second time to like run him over, he just gets up and shoulder checks this
Oh,
car,
yeah.
lifts it up off the ground, and just
Oh,
fucking
gosh.
tosses it aside.
But before tossing it aside, I think she eventually realizes her demise at that point
Right.
because
Has a good chuckle out of it.
She starts laughing and he starts laughing at her,
Right.
and then just when
Like, you fucking idiot.
just when she's about to pull out her gun and shoot him a second time, he like flips the car over,
Uh-huh.
and it's done deal for that.
Oh, yeah.
Man, what a crazy exchange, dude.
Yeah, we just jumped straight to that sequence.
Oh, because it's just so
good. It's
the rest
so
of it,
good.
the rest of it's good, yeah, but that's just like a really funny ending.
Here, let me summarize it. The rest of it is driving a really nice red car. Kind of resembles a Ferrari in some way.
Oh, yeah.
And he's riding around the
They
around
call
the
it
town.
the Road Buster.
He's riding that shit around the town, just like
he's
slipping
busting up
through.
these roads.
I mean, he's busting up all kind of shit. Car is literally impenetrable, is what it feels like,
yeah.
except for the 10-gauge slug round that goes through the driver's side
Yeah.
window.
Yeah, can't really handle an anti-tank rifle either.
Oh, no. Yeah, she picks it up. She's like, "Yo, shit, is this a 10-gauge slug round?" And everyone's
solid.
like, "He's like, damn, we got to get going."
Yeah.
Yeah. This whole film is just.
It's a wild
It
ride.
feels like I'm not a huge fan of like adult cartoons. A lot of times, I feel like they're a little too heavy-handed. Sometimes, their comedy is funny at times, but it doesn't quite mesh with all like on every single joke. A lot of ways, this feels more kind of in my alley.
Yeah,
of like it definitely had adult themes. I wouldn't show this to a kid.
Oh no,
but like boy was it like goofy and in some ways, but also like serious in some ways. And even though it was quick, I still thought it was a really nice watch.
Oh yeah.
So about the Wreck-It Ralph line, guys. Back to this.
Oh yeah, back to the important part at hand.
So
right.
Satan says, "Happy anniversary, Ralph," when he was talking about why he's at the Bad Guys Anonymous meeting. And Satan says, "It's Satine."
Satine.
Oh yeah.
So he says, "Happy anniversary, Ralph," and then Wreck-It Ralph says, "Thanks, Satan." And then he says, "It's Satine," and he's like, "Got it." Here's the thing: I don't want to be a bad guy anymore. All the people at the Anon meeting gasp. And then later on, after Wreck-It Ralph shares, Clyde is like, "Nice share, Ralph. We've all felt what you're feeling. We've come to terms with it." Wreck-It Ralph said, "Really?" And Zangief said, "Right here. I'm Zangief. I'm bad guy."
Which doesn't make sense because he's not.
Shut up, okay? Let him have his moment. And then all the Bad Guys Anonymous meetings say, "Hi, Zangief." And he says, "I relate to you, Ralph. When I hit bottom, I was crushing men's skull like sparrow's egg between thighs." And then I think, why you have to be so bad, Zangief? Why can't you be more like good guy? Then I have moment of clarity. If Zangief good guy, who will crush man's skull like sparrow's egg between thighs? And I say, Zangief, you are bad guy, but this does not make you bad guy. And then Ralph says, "Right, sorry, you lost me there."
I fucking love Zangief.
But you are not bad guy.
Right.
Who will crush men's head like skull, or like Robin's egg? I love it.
All right, how about that Percy fella?
Which one's Percy?
The psycho cop.
Oh man, what a wild man!
Zangief is bad guy, but he's not bad guy.
He's one of my favorite kids. God damn.
He crushes someone's skull like
It's
sparrow's egg
huge.
between thighs.
Oh look, check this guy out.
Damn, that's Zangief.
No, that's Eddie
It's
Hall.
real.
That's Eddie Hall, the beast. Wait, do you guys not know who Eddie Hall is?
I don't
What?
believe I've ever seen him
He's the
before.
first man to do a 500 kilogram deadlift.
I mean, I believe you. Look at that man.
He
I mean, it's freaking
was the
swole.
first man to deadlift 1,000 pounds. Or I guess
Gosh.
over 1,000 pounds because 500 kilograms.
That's
is over
amazing.
That. It's like 1,200 pounds or something.
The beast.
Yeah, his name's Eddie Hall, but everyone
Shit.
calls him the Beast. He
They
got in a
should
boxing
just call
match.
him
Look
Zangief.
up Hafthor Bjornsson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Thor Bjornsson is
The mountain.
He looks. Yeah, I mean, you've seen
we
him
all
before.
know Thor
Yeah,
Bjornsson.
he looks like Eddie Hall, but taller. Eddie Hall's built like a brick, right?
Right.
And so he's really wide, but Thor Bjornsson's like 6'6", so he's like really tall. So he looks.
Forgot.
Yeah.
He looks less like a
Oh
brick
my
because he's so
God.
tall. But
The
it's
thing
worth
is, like, you
mentioning.
really got to see a comparison of
Yeah.
him. Like the thing is,
That's
like you see,
Because that's
you
the
see
thing.
this
He
picture.
makes Eddie Hall look like a short guy. Eddie Hall's also 6 foot.
I know.
Right? So in their boxing match, obviously because of reach alone, Eddie Hall won. I'm pretty sure. Not Eddie Hall. So I mean, Thor Bjornsson won. I think.
Really?
At least I'm pretty sure, just from reach alone. Like I'm pretty sure everyone knew that was how that was gonna go, but everyone's like, I want to watch it anyway. I want to watch the two biggest men alive fight each other. It's like, that's it. I haven't, but yeah, it was.
Jeez, man, it's crazy
He
to
could
think.
be a Spartan if he wanted to.
Right? It's
I think he
crazy
kinda
to.
is. Yeah, look at that, Eddie Hall. Dude's
Jeez.
freaking thick.
The thing is, like, look right here. Like, it's just like you look at him by himself.
Everyone else looks like a baby.
Exactly. No, his head could like just crush that girl's skull.
Yeah.
Like he really could be.
It's like you look at
he could like a sparrow's egg. Is all I'm saying.
you look at this person, and it's just like without context, you're like, oh,
that could
average
be-
man.
yeah,
You look
big
at this,
guy,
and you're
yeah.
like, oh, Jesus,
Giant. guy.
that's an average woman.
Yeah.
I would probably be up to like here with this lady, I bet. And this man's still a whole head taller than me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Amazing.
Oh,
Crazy.
man. My goal is to look like Eddie Hall. I don't think I can look like Thor Bjornsson because I'm not tall enough.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to look like Eddie Hall instead. I have to use my shoulder width to my advantage.
Yeah.
And also I've got pecs like Eddie Hall anyway. By pecs I mean like tits that are strong.
Strong tits on
Yeah,
that
exactly.
Wow.
I got this double D man chest I gotta work on. Oh man.
one. So,
Yep. So
who was everybody's favorite character?
B?
Of course.
Well, I mean, who else would it be?
You really can't pick anyone else.
Yeah, I mean, I liked a child girl who was abused. She was cool and
Carrie?
slept through a lot of the. Or was
you-
that someone else? No,
Oh, Chelsea, you mean?
I don't know their names, bro. I don't remember their names. It's
Okay,
not,
fine.
I like
not-
Rally.
It's not.
Yeah, Riley's cool.
Is Riley Bean's comrade?
Yeah.
Bean's girlfriend. Yeah, I like her too because she woke up with a hot pan. She tased him. He just took that shit like it was nothing.
Just
Yeah.
went back to sleep.
Yeah. My goal is to look like Eddie Hall and take a taser like the Bean.
Yeah.
Convinced he's not human.
Yeah.
How do you be big like Bjornsson?
Oh, like, well, first off, you have to be greater than 6 foot tall. Not there.
Damn.
So there's that one. And otherwise, well, I guess there's two ways. You've got the natural way and you got the cheat codes. Okay,
I
you can
want
use
natural
anabolic
way.
steroids. Anabolic
No.
steroids will get you there in 2 weeks.
Jesus.
Damn.
I was like, now, if you don't use anabolic steroids, then a lot of training. For the look, you're going to have to do like a lower weight but higher reps because you want to get the muscles bigger. But then as that time goes on, you're going to have to add the strength too. So basically, it's a long time, a lot of training.
Interesting.
But to get mainly the look, a lot of like powerlifters are strength. So a lot of people refer to people like Eddie Hall when you're talking about strength because like the powerlifters mass moves is like the quote, you know?
Yeah.
Where they're big dudes. They don't. At first, you're like they look big, they look strong, but they don't look as strong as you think.
Yeah.
Because they've got like beer bellies. That's
Right.
just their freaking that's just their muscle. Right?
Yeah.
And so they end up deadlifting 1,000
Mass.
pounds, and those guys that could just pick up cars and like just deadlift them for 10
Yeah.
reps, like in that Mr. Beast video. So like they were like, if you could pick up this car, we'll give you $100,000. And he was like, okay. And he deadlifted it, and they were like, wow, that was easier. And he was like, yeah, can you guys actually hop in? And he does it for 10 reps. I was like, I love this guy. So a
I
lot of
want you to
times,
go ahead and hop in here and add a little more weight to this. It's not quite hard enough.
now it depends on like genetic stuff, but a lot of
Yeah.
times strength is just mainly you just do strength training, right? So like Nathan, for instance, right? He doesn't necessarily look as strong as he is, but he's really strong, right?
Right.
And he could bench press twice my body weight for a while. And I was like, geez, you don't look like that. Whereas a lot of the reps and like the burning of calories and fat is required to get the muscle visibility. So it depends. Different kind of training types for what you want to achieve. But if you want to look like that, you're going to have to do both of them at different times. Like cut and bulk and stuff like that. It's going to take
Yeah.
probably a couple of years to get that kind of progress.
I just
it
just
is a
wanna-
goal for me, but I just have to stop dying every once in a while.
I just know that
If
like,
every 8 months I wouldn't die, I would probably be there by now.
If your track record is anything to go by, that's not going to happen anytime soon.
Well, listen here, you little shit.
I
If it
just
happens
know,
again because of you, I'm asking you to pay my hospital bills.
Because of me, what the
Yeah,
fuck
because
am I
you
going
just
to
said
do?
that. You jinxed it.
I'm going to snap my fingers and your head's going to explode.
stop
Freaking,
it.
just do it already. But
I
you
just
won't.
know that I'm an
Yeah,
like,
perfectly imbalanced is all things should be. You're just killing everybody else. Sorry, what?
I'm like I know
I'll
that
get
I'm
to you eventually.
I'm equivalent. I know that I am of an average height, but I know if I was like really probably put in a bunch of work, I could probably like just be 6 foot tall and massive.
Yeah, I mean, no, you probably could. You could, yeah, honestly, if you put in like the time and you like the protein intake, and
Right,
you really
right,
put the
right.
time in the gym. Yeah, no, you could look pretty ripped in like no time. Well, I say in what feels like no time, it'll probably take a year and a half before you start looking like it.
Yeah.
And like 2.5 years before you like actually get that freaking meat, that thickness, right?
Damn.
But yeah, because I mean, for me, I'm pretty sure you even kind of remember from whenever I
Yeah,
came
yeah.
back from my mission trip to the point whenever I looked like I was really strong. That was about a year.
yeah.
So I mean, if you think about the picture we took with our cousin, where I'm like filling up my shirt and I look really big.
Yeah, yeah.
That was at Christmas before I got sick. and I'd only been working out for 1 year at that point.
Wow.
So, I mean, and that's only really powerlifting mainly. I wasn't even doing that much of the other stuff to try and do bodybuilding. Because, again, there are slightly different regimens for which one you're doing. And I was following Nathan's powerlifting regimen. So,
interesting.
After about a year, and the results from, here's a plug for somebody I've used. The results from Athlete X are usually about 9 months. People doing the 3-month program 3 times. And the before and after pictures on Athlete X after only 3 months are actually like pretty solid. Like there's a lot of people that get like nice abdominal definition stuff too. And I personally saw a lot of shoulder definition whenever I did. My shoulders look freaking huge whenever I did.
I mean, yeah, I think you already genetically have.
Yeah, I do got some. So there's actually 3 different body types: ectomorph, endomorph, and mesomorph.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure. So I still check the box of mesomorph, which is like the middle, like average looking build.
Right.
But I think you and Eric are closer to ectomorph, where it's like taller, kind of like skinnier arms, like lankier, because like the height and stuff like that. So a lot of taller people are like that. And I don't think that I'm short, so I don't look like an endomorph. So like Eddie Hall, where he's like, he looks short and big, even though he's like still 6 foot.
Right.
So like think of it like dwarf build, elf build, and like human build. So ectomorph's kind of like elf build, right?
I see how it is.
Yeah, and so I still check mesomorph because I think I'm still in the middle, but because of my like the way my
start calling dwarves endomorphs.
Dude, you probably could, and everyone would just get it, right? Because as nerds, that just worked for that clicked and made sense for everybody just now. If you're a nerd.
Of course.
So I'm not quite there. I'm not like big like everywhere, but just the way my stomach, shoulders, chest are, I usually at like lean towards thinking I'm toward the endomorph build just because of the way it works and the way like I looked as a kid too.
Yeah, that's the one thing I've always noticed. Like whenever we were growing up,
I had shoulders for freaking days.
Yeah, right. Well, no, it just or I never thought like you had huge shoulders, like oh my gosh, like how like a freak or anything. Yeah. But like it was just compared to
look at that fucking weirdo
compared to Eric and I, like with our like little like our small frames, it definitely was like, man, Ethan's got some. Ethan can pile drive either one of us.
Probably bench press me back when I couldn't.
Those are at least several people's elbows.
He could definitely shoulder check one of us, and he's at least 4 years older than me, or 4 years younger than me.
Exactly. Based on body weight alone, I think he might be able to tackle.
Right. Yeah. If he gets a good run and starts screaming at me, I think I'm done for.
I think I might piss a little bit. Maybe shouldn't come.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And that got a lot better, and it made it look better when I started working out because I was able to get the shoulders. But I don't think in the original powerlifting program I was doing, there wasn't very much shoulder work.
Okay.
It was a lot of chest, back, legs, like the bench press, stuff like that. There wasn't that much shoulder in the shoulder day. So whenever I did Athlete X, there was a lot of shoulder work. So by the end of the first 2 months that I was like, bro, do I have defined shoulders right now? You can actually see the define where the shoulder cuts off, the triceps at. You can actually see my whole arm. I kind of look like I lift weights now. Oh, man. I think I did it.
Hell yeah.
So now I'm working on that again, which is not going so bad.
Needless to say, this whole conversation to say, I want
to look and be the bean.
I just want to body check a car.
Right, yeah, all I have to say. I'm working on being the bean, okay?
I mean, you're going to have to get the clothes to match. Otherwise, you're not going to be as durable.
I just want to get shot by a bunch of bullets and just go, and flex my pecs, and then they all fall off of me.
Just fold one side of your jacket over your body and just shake off the bullets afterwards.
Yeah, right. That didn't happen.
I love how after that scene where, like, Summers, like, infiltrates their apartment.
Oh, yes. I was just going to say that.
Yeah, to drop the kid off. After her cohorts, like, light up the apartment, he's just sitting there like he didn't even move.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He
didn't
even
though he says he kicked the chair.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I kicked the chair, but that chick's on the floor."
Right. But she's fine though.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah. What can I say? Healthcare hero.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say this. My favorite part is whenever his companion Rally like had kind of hidden in the corner, was gonna try and shoot some until like she realized she was way outnumbered.
Oh yeah.
And so she's like hiding, kind of freaking out. And then whenever that whole conversation happens about the girl and is everything okay, he's still sitting there like nothing ever happened.
Exactly.
And then she's like, "Are you okay?" And then he says, "I love how you ask. I love how you are worried if I'm okay or not." Right. As he flips his jacket and all the bullets fall out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like,
I would. You know what? I want a bulletproof everything, but like a real bulletproof everything, because bulletproof stuff actually has to have weight dispersal and like has to be like thick, and you actually. I know one guy who got
like wearing weighted clothing.
He got shocked. He got shot by like I don't know what, it was a bigger round with like one of the military vests, and he got shot by one of those like hefty rounds, and he broke a rib. And so it's like, oh yeah, you're fine, but it still pushes you back, and you still break a rib. So you're not like out for the count. You can get up in like 25 seconds and shoot again.
Yeah, but like, you're definitely like,
it's gonna hurt to breathe for a while.
You're gonna have a cracked rib still. Like that's gonna happen probably. And so like, I want bulletproof vests where like I can just be like and shake it off.
Right,
that's what I want.
Tickles.
The future is now. That's what I want. Like,
just imagine
we're just not there yet.
You just need to have like military grade bulletproofing and then only fight with like 22 long rifle rounds.
Yeah, right. If everyone only uses 22,
knife.
Yeah, if everybody only uses 22, then I think I could make that vest work.
Oh yeah,
I could probably just shake it off. I don't have to look.
That's a reality.
Yeah, but the problem is no one does that. Everyone thinks 22 bad.
Right.
That's crazy. Wow, dude. What a fun little romp this film was.
Another fun fact: while I was on the, this is an interesting one. While I was on the path, I think, towards being sick, before I knew I was like really getting sick, and before I got hospitalized for sure, we watched this movie for the first time. I don't think I was well when I first watched this movie. I just wasn't bad yet.
Down in the dumps.
No, I don't. Like I said, I don't think I was like bad yet. I just was like, oh yeah, like because it was like around like after I got COVID, I think.
Yeah.
And so that was I got again because I can't catch a break. I got COVID, and then I think 4 months later is whenever I got as you can catch UC. Whenever I got UC and was hospitalized. So again, can't catch a break, but
right.
Yeah. So this was around the time we also at the no, we watched that here. What else did we watch? The Apartment. We started watching Iron Blooded Orphans. I haven't finished it. That was it.
Oh, yeah.
We watched a lot of Iron Blooded Orphans at the apartment. Yeah. Which, I mean, I'm about to get a new apartment with apparently a huge TV. So if you guys want to drink whiskey at my place and watch M&A, then,
sweet.
Hit me up.
Nice.
So, yeah. Dope.
Yeah.
Apparently, it says that it's also notable for being one of the few animes to have a soundtrack composed and performed entirely by a foreigner.
Your mom. Oh.
Your mom.
Way to go, that guy's mom.
In this case, it's the jazz fusion keyboardist David Garfield and his band that actually played the entire soundtrack.
What a legend.
How cool.
Yeah. Garfield law.
Garfield law. Bottom text.
Yeah,
Garfield bottom text.
I will say that if you guys liked this, then you will definitely like Gunsmith Cats.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Which is the more successful spinoff of Riding Bean, I'll say.
So this is the only thing. Like, there's no added things or anything like that?
Nah, he makes an appearance in the Gunsmith Cats manga, as far as I know. But that's the only like animated appearance that he's had. Which is a damn shame because he's such a cool character.
Wow, it actually says that Rally's signature car in Gunsmith Cats was the 1967 Shelby Mustang Cobra GT500 used by Percy in the anime.
Mm-hmm.
What?
So what? Give me a plot synopsis of Gunsmith Cats. Are they cats that smith guns?
Yes.
Okay, well, in that case, other plot synopsis. I wasn't supposed to be right there.
I was torn between two vehicles when I was guessing on what I thought the red car was that Riding Bean actually drives. I thought it looked kind of Ferrari-esque, like an old Ferrari, but I was torn between two, and the other one was a Corvette, and I should have gone with my second guess because it says that the red car that the Bean Bandit drove was a 1968 Chevrolet Corvette C3.
Damn.
However, he owns a whole garage full of famous muscle car models and is often seen driving the Corvette.
Mm-hmm.
It says fitted with an ultra-rare LS7 engine.
Damn.
Which is actually a really good engine.
I just need an actual version of that Corvette to be released.
Oh, dude, I bet.
In the Roadbuster configuration.
like a roll one.
Spiked tire brakes in and all. Also, can we talk about how that Corvette also contains extractive crab in the sense that it can drive?
Yeah, it can drive crab style.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
It can go crab rave.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was the 70s. This is the one that I've actually seen a whole lot of, and I like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at that.
It's such a nice looking car.
It is a nice looking car. How fun, dude.
Yeah, that thing's beautiful.
Just curious for a second. Let's see here. I'm trying to look at the...
Yeah. See if there's actually like someone who made one.
Oh, there's got to be somebody who's made one before.
That's crazy, dude.
Maybe. Damn, that thing is... Wow. Oh.
Yeah, what a shame.
Surrounded by trash. That's a shame.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that way. It should never be that way. We're just looking at pictures now.
Yeah.
Quick, there's a link that says my waifu list, and it's a picture of Bean.
Honestly, bro,
it's up there.
Dude, honestly, my waifu list, he's
God.
at the top, bro. Honestly,
hands down.
Right, you can't beat him.
Wow, what a beautiful.
Actually, no. While we're here, Dylan, waifu list. Give me number 1.
Number 1.
If you can't think of number 1, then you can pick a few. So like numbers 1 through 3 and no one.
I was thinking he was gonna just go Asuka.
Honestly, it never really got to that point.
No, it doesn't matter. I'm not saying that's at that point. I'm not calling us nerds. I'm just saying we have to make a waifu list right now. So mine is, man, what's her name? The you already know who I'm talking about. Actually, who do you think I'm talking about? Because I feel like you're gonna know.
Who? Oh, actually, hang on. I'm trying to think.
Oh, okay, in that case, while he's thinking,
I'm trying to think back to any buck-galled moments that Ethan may have had.
Yeah, you already know all of them, but there's specifically one character that you know.
Can we talk about what it's from?
Actually, you know what? No, I want him to just guess outright. But in fact, he's got 2 people that would both be right that are definitely going to be on the waifu list for me. You got 2 guesses, both of them would be right. Now, Ian, who's just on your list? Just while he's thinking, give him 5 seconds. Give me a waifu list.
I've never really thought about this at all. So
that's not the point.
I know, but I'm trying to. If you measure this with you know what?
If you measure this with your heart, then the list is true. You can just make it up. That's how you know.
You're right. Hold on. I know exactly.
All right, he's looking it up. Dylan, now who do you think I have? One of 2 people.
Okay.
I forgot. Really? No, I forgot only one of their name, but I know the other name. Okay, now go.
I'm going to say the Major.
The Major?
Wow, okay.
That wasn't one of the 2 I'm thinking of, actually.
Cordelia Anna Bernstein from Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Which one's that one?
She's the blonde chick who...
nope, that's also not it. But you're right, though. Actually, that one, now that I remember her and like as a character, it's been a while since we watched that, she might be on the list, too. The Major, even though the Major's hot, her being a robot, kind of weird. I do make jokes about that Robussy all the time.
Robussy.
Yeah, but I don't think the Major was on my list. I think that she could too easily kill me, and I want a girl that can just beat me up, not kill me.
Yeah, how did I know?
I've definitely seen her because I remember making jokes about. Never mind. So, all right, I'm surprised you didn't guess it, but it's who is. Okay, I'll give you.
Did you actually guess this one, Dylan?
I had it in my head.
Yeah.
She's one of the best animated ones out there. So that's a good choice.
It's Gigi from Gundam Hathaway. For those who are wondering.
All that said, I'm going to give you. I literally forgot one of the characters' names, so I'm gonna have to get you to guess that one in a second. But
if I just knew what it was from, I'd be able to say right off the bat.
Off the bat, you already know because there's one I was thinking of, but there are 2 in this series that are like obvious. Okay. It's from Mobile Fighter G Gundam. Who am I thinking?
You're thinking of fucking Rain?
Yeah.
Or Allenby.
Yeah. Beardsley. It was definitely Rain, and Beardsley is the one I thought of as a second. Now, who do you think is the second one for my favorite all-time anime?
The second? It's Yoko. It's got to be Yoko.
It's like the main character girl, because I forgot her name.
From Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, it's from Gurren Lagann, and it's the girl who's never fully clothed.
Of course.
My first ever, God, them titties are huge. Yeah. All right, there you go. I picked mine, so you guys have to pick yours now.
Oh my God.
Actually, Ian picked one of his. Now Dylan and Steve.
Hathaway definitely was. I was very mesmerized by her hair, and was just like, man,
that's what I was.
I'm an adult right here, and I'm like looking at this woman, like, man, she's so pretty, and I'm like, why am I? Who am I right now? I'm one of these guys right now.
You see what I'm saying?
For those of you who haven't already, if you can go back to the previous episode of Gundam Hathaway, I really gush on just how pretty the movie is, and just how like sexy it is, and like a lot of like subliminal ways. And I think a lot of it has to do with Gigi. So.
Jot that down.
Oh man.
I was gonna say Asuka for Dylan.
No, she's too young.
I know, but does she has the right amount of angst though? Is that
That's the thing. I need me an angsty girl,
right?
Or again, one that can't kill me but can beat me up for sure.
Just a real.
So
hothead.
by the way, it can't kill me, but can beat me up for sure. Definitely Yoko, 100%.
Right.
She'd kick my ass. I need that.
That rifle ain't for show.
Yeah, no. Well, it's not even that. She could just. Have you seen her do those high kicks?
Oh,
it's
yeah.
because she's not wearing any clothes. She has full range of motion.
Right.
So, and Rain, she couldn't kick my ass, I don't think. But I mean, still, she's cool.
I mean, if she were in the fucking G-Tray system, she. What
Yeah.
about?
I remember whenever when she
Hear me
first
out.
got in the system, and you were like, yeah, they definitely
Yeah.
put it in the system just to animate this.
Right.
We were both like, yeah,
That
they
was
just
the only reason.
they just did that to animate this. That's all that was.
Hear me out, Dylan.
Yeah.
Purpleton.
Fuck that bitch.
Yeah, that's what I
All my
thought.
homies hate
Do not
Purpleton.
speak her name.
Oh yeah, I felt even sick saying it out loud.
Purpleton. All my homies hate Purpleton.
For real.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. So,
Now the Amazonian mechanic of the Albion.
Oh.
She. Ooh.
There you go.
could kick your ass.
Keith was a lucky son of a bitch.
Yeah, she's taken.
What a guy.
They're always taken. All right, well, now we're done talking about anime waifus because I
Yeah.
had to distract everybody,
Yeah,
which was
why?
definitely worth it. That was awesome. That you know why? Because that's what my whole podcast is about to be about. All right.
No.
So it's about the most random things.
Oh,
and
I
you know
see how
what?
it is. That was
This
a
is just a
plug.
sample.
This is all just a plug.
This was a
It's
shameless
huge
plug.
to
It's
me.
all
all
right?
just a shameless
Welcome to
plug.
the About Anime Titty Podcast.
No. Oh no.
Oh man, but yeah,
I'm telling you, as soon as we watch Kill la Kill, that list is gonna expand.
Oh gosh.
on God,
For
real?
you specifically, I have to say.
Wow. Damn.
I don't think anyone can actually beat Yoko or Rain for me though. I don't think anyone can. Mainly because Yoko is my favorite anime ever. So
Man, that's
there's
like
that.
two complete opposites.
It doesn't matter. Again, Yoko could kick my ass. Yoko could kick my
Right.
ass. That's why she wins. And Rain just because she's
Oh
faithful.
yeah, Rain's a kick-ass doctor.
Yeah, no, but I think
strapped.
she's just faithful and successful. That's what more can I ask for? You know
What
what?
more can a guy ask for?
It's like
She's got a good head on her
it's like
shoulders.
exactly yeah. It's like Yoko is like men only want one thing and it's disgusting. but then Rain is like the real men only want one thing and it's disgusting. And it's just I want to be cared for.
There you go.
That's it. I want someone who's not gonna leave me when times get rough.
I
Yeah.
see.
Even though like she kind of almost does because he like does bad. It doesn't matter. It's such a good thing.
Oh, no, she
There's
runs
still-
away for his safety.
Yeah, exactly. It's such a it's a beautiful story.
I love
so,
that scene. And then they
Wow.
fucking destroy a demon together.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's like you had love.
Oh no, Dar. Not now. Not here.
No,
Yes.
here and now.
Yes.
Bitch.
Wow. What a
Man.
fun time,
Oh,
guys.
Mhm.
Do you have anything else you want to add for this riding bean episode?
Well,
We talked about the thing is we talked about so much,
Yeah.
but it's also there's not the beautiful thing about this movie is that it's not super long and it's not
Mhm.
super complex.
Yep.
It's fun. It's like a wild
Action-packed.
action packed. It doesn't pull any punches and it gets
Mhm.
right to the point.
oh yeah.
It's fast and it's fun and yeah. I just had a really fun time.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, Bean is definitely up there with like one of my favorite character archetypes.
Yeah.
The big tough guy who's got a soft spot for kids.
Yeah.
What a Chad.
What a guy.
Bean.
Just
Bean
a
Chad bottom tank.
Dude being a
Bean Chad.
oh, God.
Also, can we talk about his jawline?
Oh my gosh.
It's from all them walnuts, bro.
Right. His
Yeah.
head shaped like a very
Muscular banana.
yes, exactly. That's what he is.
Yeah, watch. Here we go. Watch.
Like a
Let's-
muscular banana.
That's just what he looks like.
Let me pull a picture of this guy. Let's
He's got
see
this
if we can-
X-shaped scar on his like across his
Yeah.
face.
me with my me with my muscle banana face.
A muscle banana face.
me
His
out
chin
here.
takes up a third of his head.
Of course it does.
Muscle banana.
Look at that. Look at that right there.
Good
Yeah.
lord.
Literally, he's just flat.
Yeah.
Flat.
His face is a brick wall.
I've never seen a man with a chin like that. You ever heard of a forehead? He doesn't have a forehead. He has a forechin.
Yeah. He's got a
He's
three.
also
He's got
very
like a
fortunate.
like a 3 head and
Yeah.
like a 5 chin.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, two head, 5 chin.
Yeah, right.
Man.
Look at that guy. What a dude.
Stone cold.
How cool, man.
Yeah.
Look at that. Just
Well, I'm glad we finally got got to get you to watch this. Ian.
Oh yeah, I've been wanting to watch this for a while, and I've had no idea what this was fully about.
Mhm.
So now that I've actually watched this, I'm pleasantly surprised.
Oh yeah.
It was about beans and cars.
Why is his name Bean? Is that his name?
Bean Bandito. You didn't know that?
I mean, I knew that,
I'm
but
sure
like,
it's just like a nickname of some sort, but I mean that's
No,
probably
that's
just
his name.
Bean.
His birth God-given name is Bean Bandito.
my name is Bean. Call me
Bean.
Bandit.
Bean-
Bean Bandit.
Bean
Right.
Bandito. That's what I'm
Bean
gonna. Whenever I do
Bandito.
whenever I do crime, whenever I do crimes, I'm gonna be Bean
Crime
Bean
time.
Bandito.
yes.
The crime time power hour.
I'm gonna
Love
be Bean Bandito. That's my
Mhm.
alias whenever I do crimes.
Well,
Nice.
I'm glad
And
to hear.
whenever people are like, "Why does he go about that?" They'd be like, "Cause he has taste."
Well, anyways, for those of you trying to find us, we are on Linktree / Ian Wolf.
Find us where you find your podcast.
Right. You can
everywhere.
You can just type in the Aftermath on all your major podcasting platforms and find us that way, or you can go to all the links at our Linktree that I just said a second ago. Or I'm pretty sure if you hop in a old-fashioned Corvette and then slam it into first gear, and rev your engine real good, the podcast will in fact play on the radio.
I think actually need to get 9 walnuts still in the shells.
Oh, okay.
Put them all in your mouth. And if you can't do that already, you're done. You're out.
Yeah.
Okay. But then you have to crush them all so hard that sunglasses fall from your forehead down to your eyes.
You'll be able to find us between the big-hearted rich guys and the out-and-out slime balls.
Right.
Yeah.
I think
Followed closely by the crazy cops.
Between the hours of 12 and 3, if you look in a mirror and say, Bean.
what was that town that you said that guy was from?
I'm not
Earlier,
going to disclose. I'm not gonna disclose.
From south, if you go to if you make a pilgrimage from South Snobsdale to North Snobsdale, and you walk there peacefully, you will then ascend the mountain and find the podcast there. These are just a handful of the ways that you can listen to this podcast.
As long as you don't get shot.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know,
There's always a risk.
There's always a risk. Hey, that's a little too close to home right
There's
now.
always a risk.
There's always a risk of that.
Stay
around
strapped
these
or get
parts.
clapped. And thanks for...
And thanks for listening. We appreciate you so much. And until next week,
See ya.
bye-bye.